been a week since I installed these LED strips. They're not quite working right anymore. I'm going to see if I can identify the problem, and then I'm going to see if we can fix it. Here you can see the LED strip stops working about halfway down. I don't know if that's because it's a problem with the strip or a problem with the controller. First, I'm going to send a new signal through the strip and bypass the controller that came with it. If the new data only gets halfway down, I know there's a problem with the strip itself and I might have to take it apart and resolder something. Here's the controller that came with the lights, complete with some messy waterproofing. This green wire is where the data comes out of the controller and goes to the lights. Here I have an Arduino that I've loaded some WS2812 test code on, and that data is going to come out this green wire. So all I'm going to do is cut the green wire off of this one and connect it to here, and hopefully that'll give us a good test. Now I know my wiring might look a little confusing here, but the 12 volts that I have going into the Arduino is also going into the strip, and then I have this data line connected from the Arduino to the strip. The grounds are connected by default because they're both sharing the same power supply. Well, that didn't work. Now nothing's powered up. So I'm going to go get another strip and test that. Since I'm just testing this new strip, I'm going to connect the power supply lines into the Arduino where it says VIN for voltage in and ground. That's going to give me the 12 volts that I'm supplying the Arduino with. With them connected, you can see that the lights turned on white, which is just their default state. Now I'm going to take the green wire that's coming out of the Arduino that's supplying the data and connect that to the D in, or data in, on this strip. As soon as I connect this data line, the LEDs turned off. That leads me to believe there's something wrong with my code. I'm going to take this mess inside, make sure my code's working right before I come back out here and test again. First I'm going to test this little Key Studio LED array. It uses the same LEDs that are in the strip, and it should give us a good idea without having to hook all this stuff up. Alright, looks like my test code is working on this board. Let's see if I can get it to work on this other LED strip. So something's not working right here. I had to change the clock speed on the Arduino a little bit because it is a different chip. They use a slightly different timing. Now I'll hook this data line up and see if the strip turns on. Here you can see the data's coming through and we're getting some test patterns, but it's stopping right there in the middle again. So there must be a problem with the strip. We can further confirm that the controller is okay by reconnecting the controller, and it should turn back red. Yep, it looks like our LEDs turned red again. So now I'm going to have to get into that strip and see where the problem is. These WS2811 chips need to send data between one another. It's possible that one of the chips went bad, or that a whole section went bad. I used a multimeter to test the voltage at the end of the strip. Should have been 12 volts, but there was nothing there. So it's possible the line was broken. If it was shorted, then the other lights wouldn't work either. I think I found the problem. It looks like this strip isn't quite as waterproof as they claim. When I pull this section down, you can see some green stuff. That green stuff is actually corrosion. It means that the 12 volt line and the ground line probably got some liquid connected to them and it caused that copper to corrode. I'm going to cut that section out so we can look at it closer. I peeled away the backing and you can see that the 12 volt line is completely corroded and broken. With this corroded piece removed, I can definitely fix this strip with the leftovers from our first install. The problem is that obviously this is not waterproof, so it's just going to happen again. So I'm not going to spend any time actually fixing this right now. Instead, I'm going to find a more waterproof solution and replace the whole strip. The good news is that since I have all the power already run, I don't have to worry about that and I can just replace the strips. Please join me on a future video and we'll try this again. It's been a week since I installed these LED strips. I can see bugs walking across the camera.